YouTube? What's up everyone, JMetal797 here, and I am back again to do another video. The last video that I just uploaded got me thinking a lot about my childhood, got me thinking a lot about video games in general. I wanted to tell you guys about my favorite game of all time.
Resident Evil.
Yup, Resident Evil, hands down, is my all-time favorite game of all time. There was nothing like this game at the time. There was no system out there that can compare to this game and its graphics. So I worked at Bradley's at this time. Bradley's. So that should just give you an idea of how old I am. So I saved for a couple months and I went out and bought the PlayStation 1. Let me tell you, it was the greatest purchase of my entire life. It molded me into the inner video game nerd that I am today. I am a huge fan of horror movies, horror video games, anything horror. And now I have a system and a game where I actually can immerse myself into a horror movie. And it was the greatest thing I ever fucking experienced. Ever. I'm a huge fan of the Resident Evil series. I love Resident Evil 1, I love Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 5 sucks dick. Resident Evil 6 kind of sucks the tip. And Resident Evil 7 I just beat not too long ago, and it was awesome. I love Resident Evil 7. It kind of brought everything back to its roots. But back to Resident Evil 1. So it had everything I wanted in a video game. It had the graphics, it had zombies, it had blood, it had gore. You had these crazy weapons that you could just blow away these zombies into little bits of zombies. It had everything, you name it. I always played as Jill Valentine. I actually never have tried it with Chris Redfield. I know, I'm a huge Resident Evil fan, and you would think that I would have played it with Chris, but I never have. But yeah, it was scary. Like, this game made me jump. Like, if I turned out the lights, I was scared. I was legit scared, 15 years old, playing this game, fucking scared out of my boots. You're going around, you don't know what's around the next corner. You got these crazy zombie dogs, you got lickers, you got laboratory zombies, you got boss fights, big ass snakes. I mean, you name it. This game has it all. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. Hands down, love this game. So I don't think I slept for like 4 days playing this game. I mean, I was up night and day. I could not bring myself to get away from this game at all. Nothing around me mattered. I was in this zone, like I was in this bubble, and I was so immersed into this game. That's how good of a game it was, and is. So you enter this mansion, and you're with Wesker, and you are with Barry. And let me tell you something, this game has the cheesiest lines I've ever seen in any video game, but it was amazing. It was perfect.
What? What is this?
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Hope this is not Chris's blood. Jill? Is that you, Jill? What happened?
Barry, help me please. The door won't open. Quick!
Stay away from the door, Jill. I'm gonna kick this door down.
Hurry! This way!
Oh, Barry!
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry.
But the game was just awesome. I mean, you had to solve puzzles. I mean, I remember this one room where you had to go into this room and play piano notes. And when you played the piano notes the right way, it would open up a door to another room where you had to get a shield. And there was a lot of running around back and forth in this game. I mean, you had to have patience. You had to have a good memory. You had to jot things down. You had to write things down. You have to remember certain keyholes, and certain keys go to certain rooms. And you had to combine herbs to make, a special herb, for poison, or if your health was low, you relied on these herbs, or these cans of medical spray, which were awesome because, I mean, they used to recharge your energy like completely. Then they had these old ass typewriters that you had to save your progress. You had to find these ink ribbons and go back and try to remember where the typewriters were. I mean, it was a lot of thinking. You had to remember everything. So you start the game with Wesker and Barry, and Wesker trails off from you and Barry, and you and Barry go and search the dining room of this mansion. And the atmosphere was amazing. I mean, it was completely eerie. The soundtrack is just awesome, completely immersive. And then you started coming across these slow-ass zombies. These zombies were slow as shit, and they had these broken-ass ankles, so they kind of slide their ankles while they're walking at you. Click, click. You get the point. But it was so fucking cool, and it was scary. I was 15 years old, and I'd see these zombies. They just pop out of nowhere, and I'd be scared shitless. But as you progress throughout the game, you had boss fights. I remember this huge snake that it took me forever to beat this snake, because every time he bit you, he'd poison you, and you'd have to have the right combination of herbs in order to heal yourself with the poison. So you're sitting there blasting this thing with a flamethrower. I mean, the weapons in this game are awesome. You had the flamethrower, you had the magnum, you had your pistol, you had your survival knife, and you had a shotgun, and you had all these awesome weapons. A shotgun, you could just aim up and just blast off the zombies' heads. But yeah, this game, it set the bar for games in general. I became a complete fucking nerd. PlayStation is like my #1 shit, as you can see. PlayStation had amazing games. Final Fantasy VII, it had Tekken, it had Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. It had Crash Bandicoot. It had Nightmare Creatures. All these amazing games that just totally took me away from reality completely. Like when I was playing these games, I was like in a bubble, and I would lose myself. But yeah, Resident Evil was just amazing. You'd be able to save all your items in these chests, and the music in the save rooms was just, you felt safe. You actually felt safe because you could close the door and you knew that nothing could sneak up on you and like kill you. The game had awesome characters. It had zombies, it had lickers, zombie dogs, just crazy shit. And you never knew like what was gonna pop out next. But it was just all around awesome. Just running around this mansion, blasting zombies into little bits of zombies. So as you progress through this game, the enemies get harder and harder. I remember this huge plant that I had to fucking use a flamethrower on to fucking kill. Actually, no, there was a plant before that you would have to mix these chemicals into this thing that led to the plant, and it would kill it off, and then I think it dropped a key or something, I don't remember. towards the end of the game, there was like this huge plant that you had to fucking kill. You had to go to the base of the plant and just like blast away. There was giant spiders. I hate spiders. Things were crazy. They were huge. They'd crawl at you from like the walls and the ceilings and drop down on you and shit. And if you blasted them with a shotgun, then they'd turn into like these little babies and you'd have to like run and like squish them with your feet and shit. I mean, this game is sick. It really is. And like all the rooms, all the corridors, everything just looked amazing. It looked like you were in a movie at the time. And it was nothing like anything out there. And the whole time that you're playing the game, you're just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Like, people are dying from these zombies. There's fucking zombie crows that would fucking fly at you and peck your eyes out and shit. The game was loaded with just intense shit. Like, it was just an intense feeling. And then when you finally got to the end of the game, after you're going through this creepy ass laboratory, you know, everything starts to piece together.
I was looking for you.
Barry.
Jill, don't be angry.
Wesker.
You did a fine job, Barry.
Just as I thought.
And then you come to the end and you fight this huge tyrant thing that has like this one arm that's like way longer than the other one with nails and shit. If he came running at you and swiped at your head, he would just knock your fucking head clean off.
Tyrant virus is a super virus, which creates a monster which is much stronger than human beings. Tyrant is the most powerful biological weapon in the world.
You don't mean you're experimenting on real people?
This is really beautiful. What? Don't come this way! No!
It can't control what it does.
Then you end the game, you kill the tyrant, and you get hauled away by this helicopter. You find out that Wesker was behind everything. He just bringing you in to, as part of this experiment. But when you end the game, you're like sad. You're like, holy shit, I want more, I want more. And that's why I kept playing the game over and over and over and over. I played this game a total of probably 100 hours. I played this game so much, I think I got to the point where I could actually beat the game in like under 3 hours or something like that. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that can do it in like an hour and a half. I don't know. You'd have to like cut corners real fast and just be running the entire game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's my view on Resident Evil 1, my personal all-time favorite game of all time. Leave in the comment section below your personal favorite game of all time. Maybe I'll do a reaction video to certain games that you grew up playing. Please subscribe and smash that like button. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out.